shot.
Kick it! And the Hillman Jock Box!
Beer Sports Chirps, Week 1 NFL picks.
Week one, my baby.
Uno, for my Spanish folk.
What game we starting with?
We're going to go Thursday night game.
Thursday night.
Steelers at the Patriots.
Now you picked the Steelers. Why'd you do that?
Personally, I hate New England. They will go 1-16. You heard it here first. 0-16 for the Patriots this year, but it starts off with 0-1.
As long as the balls are full.
He clearly drank a lot. We should get some whiskey out for this guy. I took New England. I just think that they're just too talented, just across the board. And Pittsburgh's just missing everybody.
They are. They're really weak. I picked New England myself. Missing Bryant, big guy out of wideout.
I mean,
Star running back.
without Bell, I just don't think they're going to do anything.
I'll give you guys credit because they're missing everybody except Roethlisberger.
You're a Big Ben guy.
I do look like Big Ben with this helmet. If Big Ben got traded to the Bills, here he is, folks.
That's him.
Be raping
That's
people
him.
everywhere.
Raping folks left and right.
But
So
here's
we
the
got-
scary thing for New England, though. All they got is Gronkowski and a little Edelman. But Edelman can't do it all.
I think all you need is Gronk.
I know
That's
LaFell is out until
Bell's out.
like week 8, I heard, in November.
I also got Tom Brady.
They do have Brady. He's got a chip on
Right.
his shoulder, too.
Who's our running back right now?
I think it's a blonde.
Oh, good.
He's suspended.
Lord. Garrett.
He's suspended?
He's
He's
suspended? Oh, God.
No one knows.
Who even knows?
Yeah,
It's
the-
not-
Brandon Bolden?
No,
Who knows?
no, it's D'Angelo Williams, I believe.
No, it's the Steelers with Le'Veon Bell out. It's D'Angelo Williams.
D'Angelo Williams.
I think I'm going to start
He's
him.
terrible.
Speaking of some fantasy, I think I'm going to start D'Angelo Williams.
Oh, he's terrible.
Patriots
He's
D
gonna
is a
drop points.
joke. Patriots D is a joke.
He fumbles, though. He's a fumble machine.
Shit happens.
He was last year. Maybe he'll recover
What
this
does the
year.
maniac Joe Mack go with?
Joe Mack took New England as well. I'm the only guy going Pittsburgh.
That's
we
the
got
luck,
3
I
for
just-
3 for New England.
I think Roethlisberger's. I think this year, you heard this here first. I was kidding about 0-16. Obviously, New England's a beast. I think Roethlisberger wins MVP this year.
You heard it first here.
That's a big
Here
jump.
Think of-
first
The
here.
Roethlisberger.
Think of Antonio Brown. He'll be good when he comes back. Then there's Martavis Bryant.
That's just all you need. They got a
That is
solid
really
team.
all you need. Once they get him back,
Two vertical
And
deep
Bell?
threats.
now you get Bell back, you open up your downfield. You open up the downfield with that because you got to be concerned about Bell.
You
You
will.
have to be.
He'll be good. What is it? 2 games? I think it's 2 games for Le'Veon Bell.
He'll come back. What, a little weed? That was it, right?
Yeah.
Little weed.
Little pot.
Whatever.
What it is.
Whatever.
Darius only got 1 game for a week. Or was that the drag race? I don't know. We'll get to it. Second game, Sunday at 1. Green Bay at Chicago.
Oh, it's Green Bay.
I think we're all unanimous on this.
It's
Green
Green
Bay.
I just think Chicago is just they're with Cutler. He's got no help.
They're fucking dilapidated. Oh,
Yeah.
they can cut
It is bad. Even in Chicago, hell, as you know, I'm a big Bills fan. We played in Chicago week 1 last year. And, I mean, the Bills embarrassed them.
I just think Green Bay's got too much talent. With Rodgers, and I just think the Bears have just been completely they fell apart.
The Bills embarrassed them, and they
There's
still
honestly
had
just,
Marshall
there's not
out
much
there.
to talk about in this game. Am I right?
Now,
Green
what are we
Bay,
going,
Aaron
4?
Rodgers, Jordy Nelson's out though. That's huge. The whole year.
I think Aaron Rodgers could be out and they would still beat Chicago.
Yeah, that's true. That's
We
true.
also got Eddie Lacy.
Eddie Lacy, Randall Cobb.
Oh, Eddie Lee. I love the way
They just
Lacy
signed James
runs.
Jones back. The defense is always pretty stout.
Yep, they do all right.
Green Bay unanimous. Let's just keep it moving here.
Yeah, their offense will carry.
Chiefs at the Texans. We're all unanimous except Mike. Mike goes with the
I
Chiefs.
got to take the Chiefs here. I just don't see enough out of Houston. I really don't.
J.J. Swat.
I besides their defense, I don't think they're going to do anything. You got Jamal Charles. I think he's going to shred that defense up.
Good argument.
That's just. I think
They
it's
have
got-
Jeremy Maclin in Casey now too.
I just think that it's going to probably be a low-scoring game. I think Chiefs win by 3.
Arian Foster's looking
Good argument.
a little rough too. He's coming off of an injury, right? A little groin injury.
He's always injured.
Yeah, so you're gonna have what? Alfred
Playing
Blue?
KC. KC's another great defense. Always right behind Buffalo for sacks. They have Justin Houston. I think he had, was it 22 last year? Led the
He's
league.
up there.
They have a great defense along with Houston. You know what? I can see what your argument is. I was 50-50 on it. he might have swayed me to KC.
Smith just can't get the ball downfield.
You don't need to. You
He
got
throws-
Charles throw 8 yards. Charles, he breaks everything. They
Charles
still worry
is
about.
3 passes a year longer than 35 yards.
It's a dumb.
The only thing with that is, I was on the fence. I'm still going to say Houston just because it's in Houston. That's all I'm going to sway it towards.
Yeah, I love J.J. Swat. Plus, I picked them up as a fantasy pick. Houston
go.
defense,
Yeah.
a couple interceptions. Let's get it.
Cleveland at the Jets.
We all
All
four
three of us took the Jets. This
I think
bum
that's
that's not here, Joseph Mack, he took Cleveland.
He was,
Cleveland going into the Meadowlands.
I think he was smoking too much weed before he did his picks.
I can't name. I'm not gonna lie, not to knock the Browns or their fans. I can't name one person on the Browns offense.
Oh my God, Richardson's gone too, right?
Oh, he's been gone for
What I
years.
see on Twitter, they said Richardson was clearing out his locker and dropped his shit 3 times 20 yards to his car. Couldn't even get it to his car.
That was actually a good move when they got rid of him. He's horrible.
I just think.
But actually, they have Dwayne Bowe, but I can't name the person who's throwing him the ball. So
Johnny Manziel is the only one I really care about. I got him in my fantasy team, hoping for some stuff to happen. He might get the start, but you got to go with New York. They got Fitzmagic.
Fitzmagic.
Dude just makes it happen.
Shane Gailey's a great offensive coordinator. I was actually hoping when the Bills got rid of him, they would have brought him back as offensive coordinator because he's a great offensive mind. He just was not for a head coach.
Fitzy's got a nice beard too.
And that Jets defense, they have all the pieces back to when they were Pro Bowling. So Jets over Browns in that one. Big game.
What we got?
Indy at Buffalo.
Yeah,
Oh, so you're going with Indy, right?
Yeah, I'm going with Indy.
I think we got 3 Buffs and 1 Indy.
We all chose Buffalo except Dominic
I
down
went
here.
with Indy. I think Luck will get it done. He doesn't need the luck. He's got the skill.
They do
He's
have the.
gonna get
I
it
would
done.
say they have one of the best offenses in the league, but coming against probably the best defense in the league.
This
It's
is
gonna
true.
be crazy. Plus, I'm gonna be there in my Bills gear.
It's
So-
going to be a great game. You know what? Honestly, it really is going to be a tough one.
Luck in that neck beard, baby. It's gonna get it done.
Luck, Luck, in my opinion, is the best quarterback in the league.
He's solid. He's like a young Peyton, man.
I
I
think
like
he's gonna be the MVP of the league this year. If you want to do that again, I think here now.
I've got a feeling Roethlisberger. I don't know why. I just have a hunch Roethlisberger's going to go off. But I believe everyone always gives it to Rodgers or Peyton or Brady's really slipped the last few years. Nobody really gives him credit anymore. He's still great, but I believe Luck is pound for pound the best quarterback in the NFL.
I think the Bills are gonna come out on top. I think Rex Ryan's got a lot to prove. I think Taylor's got a lot to prove. I think the Bills are excited. The fans are excited. I think it's gonna be the Bills coming out. I think the Bills defense is just going to shut down Luck, kind of like they did to Rodgers last year.
That's what I was thinking. Rodgers had the worst game of his career last year.
He did. He threw a lot of picks, huh?
He had 2 going into that game, and he threw 2 that day. Both
He
the
do show
Bakari
up.
Rambo.
Bills show up in
Nobody.
an opener
They got
every
room.
year.
No.
They play good and hard. I'll give them that.
Next game, the Dolphins at the Redskins. I mean, we're all unanimous on this one. Miami is they're definitely improved.
The Redskins might be the worst team in the league.
They could be. I
Well,
think
I
they'll
mean,
have the number 1 pick next year.
What a joke.
Barring Kirk Cousins shows out and goes nuts, I
He
can't
does
see
every
him.
once in a while.
He
though.
really does.
He
Then
does.
some games he'll what the fuck is he even doing
Out
on the
of
field?
nowhere, he just starts throwing nice balls into tight spots.
Yeah.
And it's like, where did he even
But
come up with that?
Their offense is so dysfunctional. Like they have,
They have a good receiver in Deshaun. They have a nice, proven, he's done it before, Alfred Morris, but again, when you fucking put 8 in the box, you're not going to do much.
Deshaun's really toxic too. I mean, phenomenal receiver, but you got to have Cousins on and Deshaun on at the same time, and I think that's just doesn't happen all that
Yeah.
often.
Panthers at the Jaguars. Battle of the Cats, if you will.
yeah. I mean, I think we all went with Carolina here.
We did go with Carolina. I was on the fence just because Carolina's missing Kelvin Benjamin. Their defense is a little questionable this year. Jacksonville, I think they're improving. I think they have the best quarterback they've had since I was born. I don't remember a relevant Jacksonville quarterback. Oh, Brunel maybe. It was never Leftwich.
No.
Blake Bortles is a solid quarterback. He's gonna have a good future.
I don't like
Just
this
I'm
game
going.
at all.
I'm going with Carolina in
this
this game.
This game I could really care less about.
Yeah.
I mean, Cam Newton's healthy. Jonathan Stewart's healthy. I think. I mean, Jacksonville's just clearly been
Again,
Jacksonville.
another running back that just needs to hold on to the ball.
Yeah.
Stewart loves to put the ball down.
Yup. That is true. Stewart is there. I think who's Jacksonville? T.J. Yeldon.
So,
Next
yeah.
game, it's going to be Seahawks at the Rams. Now, I chose Seattle. I know you went Seattle as well. He's going Rams.
St. Louis, they can do it. I love the Seahawks, but St. Louis is one team that can shut them down, play the clock. They have a solid defense. One of the best defense in the leagues last
They do.
year.
They do.
They were up there.
It all comes down to that D line. Robert Quinn on the edge.
It'd be good for the Rams to come out on top. I think it'd been a really early season upset against a team like Seattle would get their season going. I just don't think it's going to happen. I think Seattle is just too strong. Their defense is just so dangerous.
I'm just thinking that they have good corners. They have a good line that could slow down Marshawn and Fred now. But I think Jimmy Graham will expose those linebackers.
Yeah, with Jimmy Graham there now, I just think that
It's all about clock management. If they get, because St. Louis, that's what they can do, possession. Once you get the ball, you got to keep it. If
They have
get-
Nick Foles too, so they have a decent quarterback. They have will Gurley play in week 1? I don't think he's going to be ready for week 1. I don't know.
No, I don't think he's going to be there.
But I know he's their starter. I don't think he'll be there week 1. This literally just goes to who I just think's the better team. But St. Louis, I couldn't argue going with them because, like you said, they have a solid defense.
And it's going to be the upset.
That's a
That's
tough
going to be
division.
the upset, man. Right
Is
there.
that even really an upset though?
I don't know. I
It
can't
won't, it'll be a
remember.
slight upset because I think they're underdogs, but I don't know if it'll be a big one.
They're definitely not getting the.
I think Buffalo beating Indy will actually be a bigger upset than St. Louis beating Seattle, honestly.
Yeah, I would give it that. I would give
Because
it.
like Indy's, they're saying Indy's might as well put them in the Super Bowl now.
I wouldn't go that far yet.
I've heard them just
They're
like,
good,
well, they're
but-
ticketed basically.
I think they'll come out of the division, up top. But
That's a tough
it's
division
not
still,
taking
man.
anything away from them.
And I know you're a Niners fan,
Love
but
them.
I honestly think they're the worst in that division now.
They fell apart, man. They started giving everyone away. The head coach is gone. I mean, they still
Plus,
have,
20 players retired this offseason.
Exactly. I mean, everybody just decided to leave. So I mean, they still got some good young talent that they found. I mean, but it is looking pretty bad for them.
It'll be good. Another game we were all unanimous on. Cardinals over the Saints in Arizona. I just think the Saints, their time is over. These are no longer those 2009 throw for 5,000 on you.
They lost their top offensive player.
Yeah, Jimmy Graham is now in Seattle, we just said.
I think Carson Palmer, if he can stay healthy, I think the Cardinals will actually be.
Well, they started with 9-0 last year, was it? They have
They can
a,
get it done.
that's
They
a
got
good team.
squad.
A great D. A very
Peterson back there.
above average offense, I believe.
Yeah.
They have a good young running back in Andre Ellington. I just don't see how Saints hang with anyone really anymore.
Yeah, I just think their offense is too unreliable, and besides Breeze, I mean, they're all over the board.
If I were Breeze,
Shit can
if you still wanted to win a championship, I'd request a trade on New Orleans immediately.
yeah, come right to Buffalo.
It's exactly it. We need a guy like you. Imagine Sammy Watkins, Percy Harvin, Charles Clay. I mean, come on.
It can happen.
Okay.
Lions at the Chargers. I chose Chargers over the Lions. You did as well, Dem.
I did.
Mike, though,
I gotta go Detroit. I think Detroit's just got way too much talent between Johnson, Tate, Bell. I hate Matt Stafford, but I just think there's too much.
they
too
lost
much
Sue on D,
firepower.
though.
You know what's bad here? I got
think San
Stafford
Diego's
and
D
Johnson
is just.
on my
I think they're too
fantasy
slow
Yeah.
to keep up with them, and I think Detroit's gonna come out with just on fire.
Yeah.
Chargers
so-
are another team, though, that they did really well against those high-powered offenses. They shut them down. I believe they beat Denver last year, all off of
They did in
possession.
Denver, I believe that game was.
Yeah, and Denver was on fire. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, I mean, again, it comes down to that time of possession.
Then I
holding
think they
the
went
ball.
to KC and won there also.
Yeah, they
Two
were.
violent places to
They were
win.
wrecking people, but San Diego's also a team that would go and lose against,
Yeah, because that's what it was. They did. They beat KC and Denver on the road. Then they played Miami, and I think they lost 38-0 versus the Dolphins last
Yeah,
year.
it makes no
I
sense.
think
how they
that
do
San Diego with Melvin Gordon as a running back right now. I mean, he
I
had
like Melvin Gordon.
He had a crappy preseason. I just think that the Lions come out on top. I think it's too early to say anything about Gordon. I haven't seen much out of Rivers lately. I just think Detroit's just going to run the score on them.
I've always liked Rivers. You saw I was when we went golf and I had my San Diego hat.
Rivers is good. I like Rivers.
So you
Tennessee.
guys are all going San Diego then, so we'll see. This will be
San Diego, that's going to be a
I'm
good
going
game.
San Diego.
I think that's going to be a good game.
Next game is Titans at the Buccaneers. Sunday afternoon.
That's a
Sunday
big
evening,
one.
actually.
That's a big game.
We're all unanimous on this one. Buccaneers.
The Bucs.
over the Titans just because, I mean, it's two rookie QBs, two number 1 and number 2 pick, and Mariota and Winston. So I just think with the weapons Winston has, I mean, you got to go out of your way to play bad. Mike Evans is a beast. Not this one. This guy sucks.
Average.
He's average.
I agree. The guy's he's a beast. I guess I took the Bucs as well. I think Winston's going to be the better quarterback out of the two. Went with him in fantasy as a second round, or not second round, but my second quarterback. I just like what I see out of him. I think Tampa's defense is a little bit better. I think they're going to come out on top.
I think
They
that's a
still have
no-brainer.
Vincent Jackson as well.
That's a no-brainer pick. You got to go with Tampa.
And even if you were on the fence, it's in Tampa. Tennessee, what did they go last year? 3-13 or 4? They had something really bad.
It was bad. It was bad.
So we're all Bucks on that one. Bengals at the Raiders. That was a game you really had to think about it to make this pick. We're actually split 2-2 on that one. Me and Joe Mack took Oakland. You two took the Bengals.
I think the Raiders are a team on the up. I think the Bengals are a team on the way down. I just think that the Bengals are going to come out on top. I think, as long as Dalton plays the way he can,
Yeah,
I think they got talent. So
he's got it. The Raiders are a little bit scary right now, but I mean, the Bengals can still get it
being
done.
in Oakland, that crowd's going to be crazy.
That's another one of those games. I know I keep referencing it, and it's a bad way to pick, but that's just how I feel. I feel these two teams are very similar in talent. I think Oakland's D is much more improved than it was last year.
The old black hole.
But it comes down to Oakland's at home. It's week 1. Just like he said, that black hole is going to be going crazy.
I went
and I
against
just
him
think,
though.
I feel like
I'm with you. I think Dalton's going to, with his red hair, he's going to make that
He
black
could.
hole.
Ginger magic.
He
It's
could.
gonna happen, baby.
he could. AJ Green's good. Jeremy Hill's going to be a beast. Could be a good game. I'm going to stick with Oakland though.
I think it's going to be interesting.
So you're gonna watch Jeremy Hill's gonna break for a big one. Guaranteed.
I believe it.
Guaranteed.
If as long as Khalil Mack ain't there, he will. Baltimore at Denver. I just don't see how you go into Denver week 1 and then you win. It's
I took Denver. I think Baltimore's going to be one of the top teams in the league. I just think that with Peyton Manning, I'm probably going to be his last year. I think hopefully at the end of the year he retires on top. He's definitely on the backside of his career, but he's got a ton of talent there still.
I thought last year he was gonna be done. I didn't. After last year, I figured you make it that far. I figured he was just gonna be done.
I think he knows though, with that talent, he's going in with C.J. Anderson. Now he's going to break out. Obviously, he still has Demaryius Thomas, Emmanuel Sanders.
Yeah.
He got Owen Daniels. Julius Thomas went to Jacksonville. He still, like you said, has talent all over the board
That
there.
blew my mind. First off, Julius Thomas leaving. He was a monster.
But that's the thing. You know Peyton was the monster.
Peyton makes players
Yeah,
good.
he could get anybody.
I mean,
involved.
you see players, every player that leaves there doesn't do the same.
It's gonna be interesting to see what he does over in Jacksonville.
Yeah. Oh, it
I
can.
mean-
It will. If Bortles just plays,
He's gotta play around
average to
him.
decent QB, Julius Thomas, but going from Denver to Jacksonville, you can't.
You
That's
went
why
from the top
Julius.
to the
I mean,
bottom.
think of it in fantasy again. Say Julius Thomas stays in Denver, that dude's probably going over Gronk, if not right behind him. You know what I
Absolutely.
mean?
After
He's
last
the 1
year-
and 2, and like this year, in some of my leagues, I think Julius Thomas may have not even been drafted, just due to the fact that
Who's
it's Blake Bortles.
exactly? You got Bortles throwing the ball. I mean, even last year though, at the end there, I think he got injured and he wasn't getting the ball a lot at the end of last year because I had him on my fantasy team last year.
Yeah, that's when he starts spreading out like Virgil Green and Jacob Tammy and stuff
You're
like
seeing
that.
all these randoms start getting these balls.
Because that's what he does. Just like Tom Brady, all those great quarterbacks do.
Yeah.
Like, what is Edelman if he goes to like Cincinnati or a team with just an average quarterback?
Exactly.
Like,
You need that
remember
guy to get
Jordan
in there.
Shipley? Like, just little white dudes like that. Like, even Welker, how Welker went to, he was in Miami before New England. Then he went to Denver, and he caught a few touchdowns here and there, but he's just the most average quarterback.
I think with this game with Manning and Flacco, I think it's going to be a shootout. It's going to be a high-scoring game, but I just think
It's going to be a fun game to watch. Baltimore, again, another high-powered, good offense. Steve Smith, it's his last year. He'll something to prove. Those games are always fun. Just reminds me of that playoff game a few years ago when, Baltimore actually beat Denver because, was it Denver safety just completely shit the bed?
No, that was San Francisco.
No, it was the Denver, because Raheem Moore on Denver just completely blew his coverage and
okay.
like just let.
I'm thinking of the Super Bowl. I'm thinking of the Super Bowl that they blew.
It was. I think it was that year. It was that year that was the game before the AFC Championship.
And that was happening a lot. Flacco would just bomb it down the field, and the safety couldn't read the ball. And I don't understand. I always undercut it.
It was.
So we got the Sunday night game.
We have Sunday night game. New York Giants at the Dallas Cowboys. All three of us were unanimous with Dallas. Joe Mack took the Giants for some reason.
I must not have watched football
I
last
don't
year.
know.
Or paid any attention this year. I think the Giants are too big. I think the Giants are not the Giants. The Cowboys are just too big.
In Dallas.
Yeah, I think that they're one of the best teams in the league.
They are. I agree.
Come on, you got Desi.
You know, everyone always gives Romo shit. Romo is a solid fucking
You
quarterback.
got Jason Witten.
How many times did this guy throw for 500 yards last year?
No one
You
cares.
know?
Yeah, every game he's over 300.
I think
you know.
I think the Cowboys
clutch.
are too high profile of a team, and Romo's always looked at for his negatives. I think his meltdowns at the end of games are always what you see. They're never like look at how great he did for the first 4 games. Or,
They don't realize that
He's a
there's
fighter, too.
you don't realize that there's 50 points on the board when he's throwing that interception. You know.
Exactly.
So yeah, I'd take Cowboys over that. 2 Monday night games. Week 1, obviously. First game's at 7:10 on Monday night. The Eagles at the Falcons. Battle of the Birds. We had the Battle of the Cats earlier.
This was tough for me.
You're the only one that took Atlanta.
You're the only one that took the Falcons. We went Eagles. So,
I like Matty Ryan, and I tell you what, I really, really like Julio Jones.
Yeah.
The guy's an absolute monster.
He is. If he can stay healthy, he is.
Now, I don't think Roddy's actually... Is Roddy going to be in there for week 1?
I'm not sure. He should be, right?
I think he's going to be in. I'm not 100%
He's probably injured, too.
But you got both of them out there. Matty Ryan can get the ball down the field. They got a pretty good defense. I mean, I think they can take it. And with the... I don't want to land on DeMarco Murray. Everyone's,
My thing with this is I think the Eagles are probably one of the best teams. I think they will probably seriously make a Super Bowl run.
They got the
only
talent
thing
right
is
now.
that with Chip Kelly and that team, they might start off wrong. That's the only thing I think the Falcons have going for them. Otherwise, I think the Eagles are going to run over them.
I think Eagles are a good team. They got DeMarco Murray. Sam Bradford. I think that trade was sort of like a wash to me. I think Foles and Bradford are very similar.
Yeah.
That's if Bradford could stay healthy. Other than that, I could see it going either way, but I'm just going with Philly in this one. Final game, Vikings at the Niners.
I don't know how you guys all went San Fran.
I gotta go
This
Sam.
has been one of the most horrific off seasons for them I've ever seen in my
But
life.
you're going to be surprised.
I still feel like they have a good offense, though.
I think that with the return of AP,
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, I gotta go Vikings.
They're going to shut him down. You watch. They're going to shut AP down.
All you gotta do is look at the year AP missed me towards ACL. Look how he came back.
You're right.
He was a complete monster.
It's a good point.
I hope the same thing happens this year. I
Peanuts
love AP.
for me?
Orange peanut for me. I just think that I just think Kaepernick is a little overrated. I think he's been figured out.
Now listen, Minnesota actually beat the Niners last year, but that was off of quarterback sneak got him the lead.
I'm not sure.
It was a really oddball game. But I think they can do it. I know they lost a lot of pieces to that puzzle, but you got to think. Even last year, before they lost those pieces, they were still a top-notch defense. They were up there in the top 3.
Yeah.
To me, they were up there in the top 3. So they did lose some key
It'll
pieces.
be a good game.
I
I like
Bowman back there. I mean, he's going to be a good leader for them.
No, he is. Bowman's awesome. I like Bridgewater. I think he'll have a really good career with Minnesota as long as he stays healthy as well. AP coming back, like you said. They have Mike Wallace now on the outside. I feel like that'll be a good game. I just feel like Kaepernick will come back to form with Torrey Smith and Anquan Bolden, Carlos Hyde.
They got talent at the receiver core,
I think it'll be a high-scoring game. I'm gonna say this one passes 55 total points.
I think that's a lot, man, because you see the Niners, they don't put up too many points too often. But if it gets into a throwout, it's going to get up there.
Yeah.
If it does break out into just a throwout, a shootout, whatever you want to call it, it will get up there.
How it is.
I think if Kaepernick breaks free and his little gazelle legs take him down the field, he's gone. He's gone.
Well, that's why I don't understand how you really can't be successful with a guy like that. Because it's not like he's a bad thrower.
He's not.
You know what I mean?
But
He's not
they
Tebow
pocket him
now.
in there.
The problem
He can run.
is they stopped letting him run. The same thing happened with Cam Newton. I think they're more worried about him getting injured, so they stopped that run thing. When was the last time you seen Kaepernick just break out and run? His first year in the league, the guy was an animal.
It was at the very end of the year last year you started to see a couple more runs because it was, all right, well, now we're getting beat. Something's got to change. And
That's
you're
why,
sitting
like, I'm
back
thinking
and
you
you're
can't
fine.
go away from a dude's talents.
No,
You look
you
at
gotta
like
let
these
play.
star players, like, you know, only few are blessed, like Tom Brady and Peyton Manning, who just sit back there and pick everyone apart. Sometimes you got to work around the guy's strengths, which is why I think when that was, you know, Greg Roman did work with Kaepernick. It was like you have the option when this starts breaking down, use your 4.4 speed and get the fuck out.
Exactly. Now you got Tom Sula now though, so you got to think. He might change it all up. It
Good.
might be a completely different approach. Harbaugh, you know, he made him stay in that pocket, but they also had a really good relationship. So it's
Yeah.
going to be interesting to see how that actually plays out here.
What's that mean?
Is this what you really need to interrupt us for right now?
Week 1 picks. It's over.
This schmuck.